Hello, family and friends. How is everybody? I just thought I'd record this while I eat my porridge. And I've got a lot of work coming up. It's been mad, hasn't it? Like, just totally crazy. Have you ever gone through the prophets, reading all the number nines? Isaiah 9, Jeremiah 9, Ezekiel 9, and then going through the minor prophets and into the New Testament, Ezra 9, Nehemiah 9, Matthew 9, Hosea 9, nine nine nine, 999. Turn that upside down and it will give you an understanding of what this is really about. Always stopping the Hebrews coming back to righteousness, coming back to the Most High, coming back to who they are. That's what it's always been about. And these last, who knows what, 50, 60 years, it's been about making sure that the West, shall you say, never comes into proper righteousness, into repentance, into following the ways. That's the real battle. That's the real fight. I mean, you see it now in the television, in the movies, in everything. Everyone wants to start claiming Christianity. Everyone claiming they were baptized and they grew up Christian and all this stuff. When it's evident that it is clearly not the case. Because it's in your speech, it's in your heart, it's written in your inward parts. And it's basically illegal for politicians to start speaking and using the word in their policies, for their policies. And then you've got famous people, celebrities, all kinds of people, they want to show their big fat cross, and their little chain cross, and it's just not the case. It's 2 billion Catholics and Christians, and this is the world we have. Nobody actually wants to start stopping things dead, and encouraging things, starting things. And like I said, that will start with Sabbaths. But no. Mammon is the true God of this earth. And that's what we need to start realizing. It's evident. Nine nine nine. Turn it upside down. 666. All the way to Revelation 9. we are gonna go in. We're gonna go in. I just want the people at Inditex, I want them to know that in the week around the 5th of December, in 5 days, I had 2 egg sandwiches and a bowl of rice for 5 days. That was all I had eaten. And then for the next 10 days, it was like a meal every other day. One meal, one bowl of pasta, one bowl of rice for the whole day. And there was the last 3 days, it was a handful of raisins for breakfast and a handful of peanuts for dinner. 2 days. And then the last day, all I had was a bowl of rice again, making the last few items in my fridge and in the cupboard last for 2 weeks. That's resilience. That's determination. And 2 years ago, I spoke about going without electricity for 3 days. I'm into this mindset where it's about practice. Let me see if I can do this. It's not something that I want to happen, it's something that had to happen and did happen out of circumstances. And I noticed that if you can go a day and a half just drinking water, your stomach will shrink and you won't even be hungry anymore. Just mentally, your stomach will stop growling as long as you can give it something. And your digestion will slow down. This is all preparation for what's to come. And I took it as practice. I took it as training. And also, you could call it fasting. Because when you snatched away my job and I had done nothing wrong, yeah, you tried to get me to work on a Saturday twice. And I said, no, I was clear when you gave me the job, I don't work Saturdays. And then a week before my probation was about to end, you snatched the job away from me. I knew it was coming. This is why in my previous video I was saying my life has become a simulation. Because I knew right from the beginning. I'll explain more when I start my next set of videos. This is just a preview. I took it like a champ. I said, you know what? I'm sorry it didn't work out either. I finished my shift and I walked away. What was I going to say? Yeah, so I'm learning to just take everything as it comes now. I'm not in control anymore. I let go of the reins. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Understanding that period, it was the middle of August, right? Yeah, middle of August. Towards the end of August. So we were coming into the feast days, into Atonement and Tabernacles. And I had realized I'm not in control anymore. I let go of the reins. Whatever happens, happens. And I said, it's time to open the book again. Like, spending all this time in the Old Testament and then coming back to the New Testament. It's like, wow. Whoa. Like, seriously. And I have to share my notes now. And that's what the next set of videos is going to be. Sharing my notes. Because everything he said, everything Yeshua said, every single parable, and that whole walk was all training for us and for the disciples. There's a point where things have their ancient meaning for that time, and there's things which have their meaning for the time when Yeshua was with the disciples. Up until then, it's had spiritual meanings. And now they're coming back to having actual meaning. It's a lot. So I'm very nervous about how to get this out. I'm very nervous because it's a lot. It got to the point where I had to stop. Because I've got one little project, moving on to the next project, and I was already on to the third project, and it was just getting too much, so I had to stop. Just getting too confusing. So I don't want it to be too confusing, but it's a lot. So I'm going to share my notes. Get your pencils, get a pad and a piece of paper, and you can mark my homework all you like. Please do, because this is the whole point. But until then, I have to go slowly because I am becoming very impatient. Very impatient. My spirit is not right at the moment. I'm running the race. I am enduring. I'm doing my best not to get worn out. I mean, what exactly is worn out? But what I fear now is my watch is coming to an end. My watch on YouTube. My watch is not over until it's over. But I have to share my notes and then and go away again. And then once, if I feel that there's something more I need to share, then I'll be back after a while. I'm very bitter. I am very angry. I'm burning, bro. But it's more impatience, and it's not nice to be seeking the end of the world. I mean, who's ready for the end of this age? But this is what it's about. This is what we're being told in this book. The end of the age. It's all got to come down. So I am worried I may lose my salvation, but I'm not going to lose my faith. If you can possibly understand that, I shall keep the faith unto death. I'm holding on. I've been holding on for years now. Years. But the scriptures must be fulfilled. It's all in the book. When you read in 2nd Esdras, and Esdras is like, oh, do you love the family more than I do? The angel says to Esdras, do you love the family more than the Most High loves the family? And Esdras, you're in a hurry on behalf of yourself, but the Most High is in a hurry on behalf of others. So if I'm to be honest, I do have like real frustration about me doing this and teaching and sharing what I've learned, and then my life falling apart for it and people not appreciating it. But that's in the word too. How you get offended when persecution comes. It's a fault in your faith. And this is why I constantly talk about being constantly humbled by the scriptures. But I can't help it. I'm just a human. And I have hungered, I have thirst, I've been through boredom, frustration, anger. Constant sleepless nights. Harassment. Stalked. And you know me, I have periods where I do count it as joy, and I see it keeps me in the faith. It lets me know this is real. People say, oh, you should stop watching the news because blah, blah, blah. But I watch the news because I see the madness. I see the desperation. I see the brainwashing. And it lets me know it's real. It lets me know we're here. But I don't know how I'm going to get this out. There's so much. It's a lot. And I'm sure what I'm about to bring out is a lot of people have seen it already in the scriptures. And maybe I may get some stuff a bit wrong, but that's fine. That's fine. There's some things which are a question mark. Just asking the question. But there's some things which I'm sure of. I just need to get through this season of just frustration and being impatient, because it's not right. It's not right. And I don't want to spew out like just bitterness, because moving forward, it's all about us. It's all about us. Nothing else matters anymore. You have to understand the big picture, what it's going to come down to. We have to put certain things to bed. It's not about looking at each other. Like I said, stop looking at me. Stop looking at others, because we're all going to get tested at the end of the day. Let's look at the scriptures. Let's look at the clear instruction. Let's look at what we're supposed to do. Let's not miss our opportunity. And a lot of people are doing that right now. All this would not be possible if people were paying attention, if people were contending for the faith, if people had foresight. Everyone's going crazy. Digital ID, digital ID, digital ID. That smartphone you're carrying with you is your digital ID. See, that's the thing that just goes whoosh straight over everybody's head, and we're focusing on one thing and we don't realize it's actually happening. We're here. It's there. These people are very smart. The distraction, sleight of hand, persecution of the saints is already happening. The kings of the earth, not politicians. The kings of the earth, the kings of the earth are the politicians. And we've gone to that point where so many people are watching, so many people are paying attention, so many people are starting to notice things. We're calling it out. That these people are being backed into a corner now. And they're going to have to close the net. So at the moment, I'm feeling very impatient. I'm feeling very selfish. And I feel like this is futile. I just want to give up. Not the faith. I'm not falling away. I just feel that I've done enough. And that's where I have to sit and evaluate. Whether I have done enough. Is it time to just put myself first and just suffer in silence and just wait for my opportunity and run down my clock? Because it's really knowing that it has to happen. But nobody wants it to happen. Nobody wants this to happen, but it has to happen. There are 5 men in this world. And within each of those 5 men, there are 3 types. Man number 1 wants to see the world burn because he has been burnt by the world. And his world has been burnt. And nobody came to help when his world was burning. Man number 2 likes to see other parts of the world burn. He's happy with it. It works for him. He lights the match. Or he carelessly just flicks his cigarette. Man number 3, the blind hero. He likes to go after man number 1. And there's man number 4, the righteous man. The man who's been in righteousness. When I say 3 different types of man within each 5 men. The righteous man who's been in righteousness all his life. The man who's striving for righteousness. And the man who has recently achieved righteousness. Man number 4, so I say, understands that the world has to burn. Because he can't fight all 3. If he could only take the blindfold off the blind hero, maybe it would be a fair fight. Then the heroes could fight the monsters, and the righteous could fight the wicked. But the righteous man understands, even if he takes the blindfold off of the blind hero, he's still a blind man underneath. He works for man number 2. So man number 4 understands that it all has to come down. The world has to burn for justice, fairness, and righteousness to be achieved. Because it's out of control. The wicked have seized the earth. Man number 1 creates man number 2 created man number 1. And Yeshua told Jerusalem this in Luke 19. If you knew what it takes for peace. So there's for the weeks ahead, I just need to focus. I need to meditate. I need to just chill. Because I'm really upset. The employers, the kings of the earth, they are the government, and the government is the kings of the earth and the employers. Everyone has a choice. I really want to reveal something. But you know, people, it's up to people. Everyone has a choice. It's either you believe the scriptures or you don't. And that's what it's going to come down to. And then when things start to unfold, how are you going to react? How are you going to behave? So I always ask people, don't try and cheat. I don't have to worry about that anymore because I found it in the scriptures. Shall I point to it? No. Because if you think you can cheat this thing, if you think you can cheat the Most High, then you deserve. Just try and cheat. You deserve what will happen. This is what I mean about the bitterness which is inside me. I don't want to. Part of me thinks that, you know what, you deserve it if you think you can cheat. Because I know, we all know human beings. You're gonna try and cheat. Everyone tries to cheat this thing. That's why you're watching for the wrong reasons. Some of you are watching for the wrong reason. You think you can cheat this thing. You think you can get, like climbers, rock climbers. They have those hooks, those D-hooks, like you think you can latch onto people when this thing starts to unfold. Two things I read in the scriptures. And then the funny thing is, a lot of these things I've gone over already in their individual books, in their individual chapters. I've gone over these things. But when you accumulate things, they tell you a story. That's what I'm talking about, what's to come. We have our job. Other people have their job. And everyone has a choice. It's heavy on my heart. I really want to I really want to drop that bomb. It's so heavy on my heart, and the scriptures must be fulfilled. So emergency 999. This is what it's all about. The scriptures must be fulfilled. I like the word. I am subscribed to the Most High. I am following the teachings of Christ. I will continue to share my testimony. The question is, who's listening? I may not make it, but there's still hope for you. This is not about one individual. This is going to happen. The kingdom is within us. And they're going to try and snatch it from within you. So I'll be back in time. Who knows when? 6 weeks, 2 months. But I have to get this done. Like, I wasn't shown all this in that period of time to not share. I just take every day as it comes, because like I said, I'm not in control and I don't know what's going to happen next. All I can do is walk the path. I don't know what's going to happen on the path, and I don't know where it ends. There are possibilities to where it ends, but we don't choose these things. We just walk the path, and decisions are made upstairs. Right, so I'm out. I've been talking for almost 40 minutes. Wow. With no scriptures. So folks, it's madness. Just pure madness. But fear not. But Stephen, you only mentioned 4 men when you said there was 5 men. Well, man number 5 just wants to be left out of it. So that's exactly what I did.